Welcome all. In this video we are going to talk about first law of thermodynamics. As we know, there are four laws of thermodynamics. The zeroth law of thermodynamics, which we will be seeing in the next videos. First law of thermodynamics, second law of thermodynamics, and third law of thermodynamics. So these are the basic laws. Actually, the first law of thermodynamics is there is no proof, theoretical proof. It is only based on the experience. It is only based on the experience. The first law of thermodynamics is also called as a law of conservation of energy, a primitive law. Okay, that is a primitive law. It is also called as a law of conservation of energy. So there are many statements of the first law of thermodynamics. So one of the statement I have shown in the paper, that is the energy of an isolated system is a constant. So we might have studied in the lower class, energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. Okay, it can be transferred from one form to another. So as we know, energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, or energy of the universe is a constant. That is the again another statement, that is total energy of the universe. So total energy of the universe means the universe consists of system and the surrounding. So total energy of the universe, that is energy of system plus energy of surrounding, remains constant. Okay, remains constant. It may change from one form to another. As we all know, it may change from one form to another. As we have already, as we know that when you switch on a fan, so what happens in the electric fan? The electrical energy which is given to the fan is converted into a mechanical work. Okay, electrical energy is converted into a mechanical energy. In the heater, what happens? Electrical energy is converted into an heat energy. So the energy can be neither created nor destroyed. Helmholtz in 1847, in 1847 said that it is impossible to construct a perpetual motion machine, that is the machine which can produce work continuously without consuming energy. It is impossible to have a machine. It means that it is impossible to have a machine which can do work without consuming some energy. So basically we have to give some energy which will be converted into another form of energy, or work is done. Okay, so the mathematically the first law is represented as del U is equal to Q plus W, where del U is the change in the internal energy. Del U means change in the internal energy. Q is the heat change. Okay, Q is the heat change. W is the work done on the system or by the system. So it is normally, for the first law we will be taking about the pressure volume work. So W is equal to minus P del V, where del stands for change. So pressure into change in volume. So substituting this in the equation 1, W is equal to minus P del V, we will get that we will get del U is equal to Q minus P del V. We will get del U is equal to Q minus P del V, or the heat change is equal to del U plus P del V. When the change in volume, for example, when the change in volume del V is equal to 0, that is isochoric process, constant volume process, then Q would be equal to del U, or del U is heat change at constant volume. So del U is equal to QV. For a isothermal process, del U is equal to 0. So Q would be equal to P del V. So for an isothermal process, the heat absorbed or given by the system would be equal to the work done by the system. So you have to remember that del u is a state function, so which depends on the initial and the final state, whereas q and w, q is the heat change is a path function. We all know heat change depends on the path in which the change is taking place, and w is also an path function. So q is path function, w is path function, but still del u is a state function. Okay, so del u depends on initial and final state of the system. So first law of thermodynamics, again I am repeating, the energy of an isolated system is a constant. Other forms is energy can be neither created nor destroyed. It can be transferred from one form to another. Okay, energy of a universe is a constant. Energy of a universe is a constant. It is impossible to construct a machine which can work without observing or without having some energy as an input. Okay, these are the statements of the first law of thermodynamics, and it is there is no theoretical proof. It is based on the experience. So it is a basic law of thermodynamics, but here there are some drawbacks. It says that energy can flow, but it does not say whether from a lower energy system to a higher energy system. The passage of the energy is not discussed in the first law. That is one of the drawback of the first law of thermodynamics, which we will discuss in the subsequent videos. Okay, thanks for joining. We will have a next video and on some of the thermodynamic function. See you in the next video. Bye.